My name is Jim, and I'm an alcoholic. It's a big day for me tomorrow. It's my first day back at work. And I'm scared.
I just saw Jim come back into work.
He's early. That must be a first.
Riding a bicycle. I'll tell you what, we better get everyone to hide their bottles before he sniffs them all out. You know what I mean?
Jim, you're back.
Hello, Vicky.
All right, Jim.
Paul?
You're right, you look great. Didn't he look great? Yeah, you do look good. Not sure about that haircut, though.
Oh, it's all part of my dynamic new image, Paul.
So, you all right now, then, Jim?
I hope so.
That's all we need.
Tony?
Yeah, Jim.
Hi, Gary.
Jim?
Rich.
Jim! Welcome back.
Thank you, Sarge. Oh, Sarge, I've got a sick certificate.
Oh, yeah, give that to Mr. Monroe. In fact, he wants to have a word with you. Yeah, I'll come with you.
Not in trouble already, is he?
Smithy?
Everything all right?
Sarge?
Jim?
Once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic.
Oh, yeah. Totally ignore all the advances in modern therapy.
Do you know, I've been in this job for well over 20 years, Vicky. And I've dealt with a lot of alcoholics in that time. And, you know, I cannot remember one that recovered.
I can't see Monroe or Cryer accepting Jim back if they didn't think he was fit.
How can they know? I mean, it's one thing talking a good job in the safety of the nick, innit? But what happens when he's back out on the streets and all hits the fan? I don't fancy working with him.
You won't have to, Tone. I am. I've just been lumbered with puppy walking him.
What I'm really looking for, sir, is a completely fresh start. I don't want my past being held against me.
No, of course not. But for the moment, we want you teamed up with Smithy.
With all due respect, sir, it isn't down to somebody else stop me having a drink. I've got to do that for myself.
Just tickles, isn't it? Gov, did you know Jim Carver's back? He came on a bush bike.
I don't care if he came in on a pogo stick, Tom. Whatever Jim Carver does is no longer CID business. Right, does anybody here know Norman at the Colin Arms?
Yeah, I do, Gov. I had a mate who used to drink there.
Right, well, I just had him on the blower. Apparently he's got some info about somebody trying to offload large quantities of cheap booze. So can you and Rod get down there, find out what he's on about?
What, now?
Well, unless you're working your fingers to the bone on something better, Rod.
So what's it like? The mate's convalescent home. It's full of broken down coppers, I suppose.
Oh, that's what you reckon, is it?
Yeah. And when you're mended, they pop you straight back in the toy box. So how'd they fix you up, then?
Well, they didn't. I did. I cold turkeyed it. No alcohol. Yeah, they provided the framework where that could happen. Healthy food, long walks by the sea, vitamin B, early nights.
Sounds more like boring by the sea to me.
No, Goring's all right. I got the poison out my system, and that's what alcohol is to me. Poison.
So you cured?
Well, there's no quick fix, Smithy. I've just started the healing process, that's all. I've got a long way to go yet.
You saying you're still an alky?
And I always will be. Just one that doesn't drink anymore.
All units from Sierra Oscar. Sub-post office, 43 Talbot Street. An assault, over.
That'll do. Sierra Oscar from 21. We're close. We're deal.
Please, give me the number. Look, I need this piece of paper. Give it to me. I want
Yes. Right, all right. OK, let go, let go. Right, miss, you are?
Jane Barnett, I rang you.
And you, sir?
I don't want you here.
What's your name, sir?
Vivek Gupta.
So what exactly is taking place here?
I saw him being attacked and he doesn't want anything done about it.
Who attacked you, sir?
I was parking over there when I saw him being pushed to the ground by a young blonde bloke.
I don't want any trouble.
Anyway, this guy who hit him got in his car, but it was facing the wrong way. He had to drive back past here. That's his number. and he's been trying to get it off me.
So why are you trying to get this man's registration number if you weren't robbed?
I don't know. Maybe I was confused. I don't want any fuss made.
Well, there's not a lot we can do if you haven't got a complainant.
Then I'll be a complainant.
Did this young blonde man make any racist comments, sir?
No.
You pushed him over. What more do you need?
Right. I think we'll start by taking a few addresses.
Meadows got it wrong.
About what?
About Jim, of course. Of course it's our business. It's everybody's business, because if he screws up, he brings somebody else down with him.
Yeah, but you could say that about anybody.
Fine, thanks. Over and out. I got a PNC on the assailant's motor. It's a blue Sirocco. It's registered to Marvin Finch. He's on parole and he works for Alexon's wine depot.
Why are we bothering with this? The geezer hasn't even made a complaint.
Because it could be a racist incident. Do you know the definition of that?
Jim, even the victim is saying it wasn't racist.
There's any incident that's perceived to be racist by the victim or by any other person.
Oh, the Barnett woman. Anyone can see where she's coming from.
I mean me. I perceive it to be racist. There's no robbery, so what else can it be?
All right, if you insist, take it further, but I can't see what it's going to get you.
Well, try job satisfaction, Smithy.
You've been away too long, mate.
Big bloke. Rum drinker. Classy suit, though.
And you reckon he was a bootlegger?
Certainly was.
Can you describe the men he was selling to?
Both 30-ish. One was ginger-haired, stocky. The other was a beanpole with specs. Oh, rubbing his hands with glee, he was. They were sitting just over there.
How come you heard him from over there?
Well, that's where I had a powwow. After a bit, old Fancy Pants left and Beanpole and Ginger came to the bar.
What, and you heard them talk about the deal?
Yeah. The other bloke, who they called Turner, had just offered them a lorry load of illegally imported booze at 1/3 of cost.
What, and they talked about this openly at the bar?
Huh? Oh, the Beanpole was so keen to buy in, he was getting all excited. He was trying to persuade his mate to go in halves with him for 10 grand.
20,000. Could buy an awful lot of booze of that.
They're killing trade.
They didn't say where the transaction might take place by any chance.
No, but Beanpole was getting his knickers in a twist because Turner had told them that if they didn't have the money ready by midnight tonight, they couldn't buy in.
OK, thank you, Norman. We'll see what we can do. Better serve those pints before they get cold.
Hey, hang about. I haven't finished yet. Turner was in again later. Oh, not so dolled up this time. Sat at the same table. He was yakking away to a young, thin Burke with a fancy hairdo, you know. Bottle blonde and that.
And what did they talk about?
Haven't a clue.
Might not be connected. But we'll pass on what you've told us anyway.
Do more than that. Break their legs.
Marvin Finch.
Yeah? What's the problem?
Post office on Talbot Street. Ring any bells?
Oh, yeah, you mean the Indian geezer?
Yeah, that's the one.
Hold on. Look, I don't want anything done about it, yeah?
You don't want anything done about it?
No, he didn't hurt me or nothing. Look, give me a break, will you? If my boss sees you here, I've got a lot of explaining to do.
Yeah, well, you should have thought about that before you assaulted Mr. Gupta.
What? What, you joking? He attacked me.
A likely story.
He did. I was standing in the queue in a post office and he suddenly turned on me.
You know him, do you?
No.
Then why should he do a thing like that? Say something to him, did you, to wind him up?
No.
So why then?
Search me. Maybe he mistook me for someone else. Look, I didn't want any trouble. I got out of the post office as quick as I could, but he ran after me.
So you waited until you got in the street and then you hit him?
He was grabbing hold of me, going spare. I tried to make him let go and he sort of fell over. Look, you got to believe me. I'm on parole. I don't want no trouble.
Yeah, well, we'll check out your version of events.
And when we find out you're talking a load of rubbish, we'll be back.
Bootleg alcohol's a matter for customs.
Are we going to give it to them then, Gov?
Well, not as it stands, because there's nothing to give them, is there?
So that's 20 grand's worth at a third of cost. That's £60,000 worth, sir.
Yeah, all right, Rod, I know my sums.
Sounds like this deal's going to go through tonight. The question is where.
And who? I mean, somebody possibly called Turner might be selling illegally imported booze to persons called Ginger and Beanpole. I mean, if I pass that on to customs, they're going to ask me if Bo Peep's in on it as well.
Then we run checks on Turner.
Well, you haven't got anything specific on him, have you? See, I think if there's a way in, it's going to be through the buyers. If they're prepared to stump up that much cash, they must be confident that they can shift 60 k's worth of booze. And that puts them running a busy club or a pub or an off-licence, maybe.
Well, there's Gupta and there's Finch. Well, Finch must have whispered something abusive to him.
No, his lips don't move.
So what is this all about? Doesn't make sense. Why would a respectable, middle-aged man like Gupta accost a young bonehead like Finch?
Well, maybe he's like you, going through a midlife crisis. Jim, you ain't thinking straight, mate. The racism angle's just been blown out of the water now. We dropped the whole thing, all right?
Let's go over there, to Gupta's. We've got his address. Let's try and find out why he's lying.
There is no offence, Jim. We don't need to understand any more than that.
Maybe not. But let's go and make him sweat a bit.
Did Gupta say you owned an off-licence?
No, why?
I thought that'd explain why you wanted to come here. Do you want me to do this one on my own?
No, thanks, Dale. I'll be fine.
Police are going. Don't worry. What do you want?
We've just been talking to the man who pushed you over outside the post office.
Vivek, they find him?
Quiet, Sadhana, quiet.
What's his name? Where's he live?
Well, I'm afraid we can't tell you that, Mrs. Gupta. Why did you tell me that the man followed you out of the post office when their closed-circuit television shows it was the other way around?
Yes, this young man, he insulted me.
Didn't look like that on the video, sir.
Yeah, I make a mistake. I thought he was someone else. Someone who insulted me once before. Now, if you please, you're upsetting my wife.
Might not be as simple as that, Mr. Gupta. You see, the other man might want to press charges.
No, I think not. Just drop whole business, please.
Right.
Well, that didn't take long. Our Jim seems to be reverting sooner rather than later.
Oi, what was all that about? Those bottles getting to you?
No.
Then why were you staring at the shelves, then?
Have you ever seen so little booze in an off-licence?
Well, don't ask me, mate. You're the expert.
How's the nanny going?
Oh, get lost, Tony.
Just trying to be supportive, Snippy.
Look, my sobriety is my concern. Nobody else's, all right?
Well, try telling Monroe that.
Doesn't anybody trust me?
Cheers, love.
How's Jim getting on?
He says nobody trusts him.
He's only got himself to blame for that. He's the one that's let everyone down.
It's when he was drinking. He's different now.
You can't accept he's better, can you?
If the truth be told, Gary, Jim done half get on your nerves. Well, he's uptight. His whole attitude's changed. Today, we deal with a minor scuffle and he insists on making a meal out of it. He's still carrying it now.
That's a well-known syndrome, isn't it?
What, Reg?
Well, alcoholics, when they come off the bottle, you see, they transfer their obsessions onto other things. I think this is a classic case. Jim has become transfixed by the job.
Oh, right.
That's all.
Right.
Oh, what's up?
Oh, long story.
Where's Jim?
Gone to see one of his new pals from his therapy group.
You're joking. What, you two reckon he's fit for work? I'll give it a rest.
All right, I'll catch him later. Listen, it's a long shot, but do any of you know any blokes who sell booze? They need to run a busy off-licence for a pub or a club. Anyone? We're looking for two blokes who've been described to us as Beanpole and Ginger.
You mean Fred and Ginger?
Seeing alcohol isn't the problem. It's people always expecting the worst.
Remember, it's early days for your colleagues, too. It's natural. They think of you as you were.
Yeah, but I've changed since then.
Allow them time to realise that.
Things aren't going as well as they should. I've only been back a few hours.
You're doing okay. Use the programme. Stick in there, it'll pass. And try not to get angry.
Thanks for coming. I better get back.
Jim, when you finished work, you'd go for a drink, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's when you're going to be at your most vulnerable. I want you to ring me again then, OK?
Alcoholics can come from all walks of life. I mean, they can be film stars, can't they? Yeah, a lot of them are. Yeah.
Or offenders.
Yes, very good. Or offenders,
So
you
what
see.
you're saying,
He's got the
Reg,
right...
is that Jim stands up in the middle of his self-help group, tells everyone that he's a cop, and then starts bearing his soul to a load of ex-cons.
Top secret stuff, there.
Well, Tony, no, not exactly. What I'm saying is...
It doesn't quite work like that, Tony. We don't use the surnames, and we don't say what we do. That's what makes it anonymous. Now, is there anything else anyone needs to know?
Yeah. I'm actually looking for a couple of local booze retailers who are about to buy a truckload of illegally imported alcohol, Jim. Off a bloke called Turner, a bloke called Beanpole, and Ginger. Ever heard of him?
No, then there's always Blondie.
Blondie?
Yeah, we might also be looking for a bloke with bleached blonde hair. Norman at the Collison said he saw him talking to Turner.
How old?
Mid-20s.
Sorry, can't help. You fit, Smithy?
Well, thanks for making sure the rest of my shift's going to be fun.
Brilliant.
Still doesn't answer the question, though, does it?
What's that, Tone?
Will Jim go back on the bottle or not?
Credit card fraud. I might have known.
Well, his photo must be in here somewhere. He's local. Ah. Our Marvin. Now, the question is, could he be Blondie?
No.
It's not him.
It could be.
Then why'd you say no?
No, because I'm no sure. Your geezer hasn't got blonde hair. Well, don't get me wrong. I'd love to help. Anything that would screw those bastards would be right up my alley. You know, I am positive I've seen a Blondie somewhere before. But no, he doesn't ring any bells. Anyway, I reckon you're going to be too late, because the way they were talking, the deal's going to go through tonight.
Norman? One of your suppliers wouldn't be Alexson's, would it?
That's it. That's where I've seen them. Loading the vans.
Cheers, Norman. You don't look too good.
I'll be all right.
Come on. I'll get you back to the Nick.
Now, just give me a minute. What do you reckon?
I reckon you're not fit to be out.
No. About Turner and Finch. Look, I knew they were connected. Let's go over to the Gupta's off licence again.
You are joking.
Oh, I'm not. Look, the Guptas are dead scared of something. And with what we now know about Finch and Turner, we can panic them into giving out more info.
You're jumping to conclusions. Seeing that beer and whiskey's made your head spin.
Let's go over there.
I'm not taking responsibility for you going into an off licence in your state.
Well, then I'll go on my own.
No way. Back off. There's another day tomorrow.
Tomorrow will be too late. Look, Turner would have done his deal, and there won't be any trace of anything.
In our job, we're surrounded by booze all the time. And if this is how you're going to react every time you go near a job, you're going to be no good to anyone. Supposing I had to rely on you right now. If you want to go back to Gupta's, you can go to the Nick and argue it out with Cryer. If he says he wants me to go with you, I'll go.
No, Jim, I am not having you steaming into Mr. and Mrs. Gupta armed with nothing more than guesswork. You could end up being accused of harassment.
But we've got to do something, Sarge. If they know who Turner is, or maybe even where the deal's taking place, I could stampede them into telling us.
But maybe they don't know. Your theory is full of ifs.
All right, forget Gupta. Let's put an obbo on Finch.
What?
Look, if Finch is working for them, then he's probably the driver. We know where he lives and where he works. Let's watch him, see if he leads us to where the deal is.
Jim, I know it's your first day back. I know you want to get a result. But everything you got is based on some barman's hearsay. Now, what I suggest you and Smithy do is take this upstairs to the CID night unit. Let them decide whether they want to do it or leave it to Mr. Meadows in the morning.
Yes, Sarge.
Any other problems?
No, Sarge.
Good. And Jim, when you've finished upstairs, I want you to take the rest of the shift easy. OK? Smithy?
Sarge.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jim. I don't see how I can help you. I'm on my jack.
You can call up reinforcements.
Look, we're having another clampdown on overtime is...
How about phoning the DCI?
It's not important enough.
But there's 60 grand's worth of booze involved.
Yeah, I know. If it was Nick, maybe, but Meadows, you know, he's already got it marked down as a customs matter.
Look, Finch will lead you straight there. He's Turner's driver.
You know that for certain, do you? Because he and Turner were seen having a jar together. If you were incriminated by every person that you drank with, I reckon you'd be a master criminal by now, Jim. Sorry, can't help you.
Come on, Jim.
I know how frustrated you must feel. After all, it's a whole lorry load of bent booze.
We've given him a red-hot tip and he's just flushed it down the toilet.
We've done what we were told. We've passed it on.
Turn we'll get away with this.
Jim, will you get it into your head? It is out of our hands. Turner and his booze has got nothing more to do with us. Right?
Yeah, you're right.
Good. Now you've had enough frills and spills for your first day, so you can finish out the rest of your shift nice and quiet, all right?
Yeah. Sure.
Nick.
Oh, Helen, where have you been
sweet.
all my
Get out of the way.
Got all the right gear then, gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, but yoghurt and brown rice next. What happened to the Jim Carver we used to know?
Gone for good, I hope.
Jim? Jim, look, I've been having second thoughts about what you were saying, and I reckon that you gave us some very valuable info.
Not that you did anything with it.
Well, I had my hands tied, but I'll put in a good word with Meadows when he gets in.
Oh, thanks.
So, to show that there's no hard feelings, a little celebration for your successful return is in order, I think.
I'm not going to drink it.
Come on, Jim. Just a little one. It won't do any harm.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Keep out of it, Gary. Let Jim decide for himself.
This is well out of order. Jim, just walk away from it.
Look, come on, mate. Don't touch any of that.
Shut up, Reg. Jim's in control, aren't you, Jim?
Oh, is this what you want?
It's your decision. Yours only. All right, let's make it a bit more interesting. It's 20 quid. It says that Jim will drink the whiskey. Anybody want to take me on?
Nice one, Nick.
Cheers, Jim. Cheers, all.
What's going on?
Ask them.
Look at that. Look what Nick Klein did to my £20 note. He's set up my fees and all.
I'll never, ever mess with anyone that I am minding. Oh, you're a dead man, understand? This is personal.
Give us a chip. Got enough salt and vinegar on them. What happened to the diet?
The diet's on hold.
Why did you want to meet here?
We can't meet in a pub.
You gonna tell me what went wrong?
You were right about the times that I would feel vulnerable.
You wanted to go for a drink?
The drink came to me.
I know you haven't had a drink. You wouldn't be here.
I had the glass in the palm of my hand. I was that close, Laura. I was scared stiff, but only for a few seconds.
And then you wanted it. I've been there.
After all these weeks, I wouldn't think the pool would be so strong.
Oh, it will. It will.
And the rest of them, they all gathered round. You know, what do they want from me? Do they want me to fail just to say I told you so?
Jim, you didn't drink it. That's the only important thing.
I can't see myself lasting out. If I'd drunk it, I would have gone with them to a pub and I would have had another, and by now I would have been on a different planet.
Well, you're not. You didn't drink it, and you're here, safe in my car. Take one day at a time. Worry about tomorrow, tomorrow.
Laura, can I ask you a favour?
Yes.
You see the guy that's just got out of that truck? Well, in a minute he's going to get back in it and drive it away.
Yes?
Will you follow him?
Why?
Well, haven't you sussed it yet? I'm a copper.
Look, I'm here because of your drink problem, Jim, not to help you do police work.
Yeah, I know that, Laura, but believe me, this is going to help me more than anything.
I don't see how it's going to help you.
This is going to get my self-respect back. And I can't follow him on my bike.
Okay. Supposing he goes out of town?
He'll stay local.
You know that.
It's an educated guess. Bingo. There's everyone here I'm looking for.
Got your car numbers?
Oh, yeah.
Can we go now, then?
Laura, there's a crime taking place.
Yes, and you're off duty. The answer to your problem won't come from getting obsessive about your work. Go home, rest up, focus on getting yourself well.
You can't expect me to ignore what's happening here.
That is a small problem compared to yours. Your problem is a matter of life or death. Get better. One day you might make a better cop. If you don't, doesn't matter how many brownie points you earn, you won't be a cop at all.
You're right. Look, I'll give the car numbers to CID in the morning and they can do what they want with them. Can you give me a lift back to my bike?
Of course.
Good. I'm going to go back to my flat and get a decent night's kit.
Good morning. So what time do you call this?
Sorry, sir. got caught up.
Forget the fairy stories, Rod. Jim's unearthed our missing bootlegger.
What, Turner?
And Ginger and Beanpole.
When did this happen?
Last night. And I gather we could have been there too if you'd have been prepared to get off your backside. Now, they've stashed their gear in an off-licence in Stearman Road. We're going to meet customs there in 15 minutes. Jim, you travel with me.
Hey, you're a local hero, Jimmy, eh? You got to be in at the kill. Come on.
Jack, you sure this is the place?
Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
Yeah. Hill and White. Come, look, see. I did a walk past a couple of minutes ago. Not very security conscious. What do you want to do, Jack?
You definite this is the place?
Yeah, I'm dead sure.
Well, open it up. You don't need a warrant.
My pleasure. Whoever tipped you off about this one, Jack, was pulling your plunker.
You got an explanation for this, Jim?
Hands off. There's no sign of any booze, sir, is there?
Of course there isn't any booze. There isn't any bloody off-licence. Being made to look a prize prat in front of the customs is not my idea of a fun way to start the day.
No, sir.
Gov, I've run checks on Hill and White. Used to be a fruit and veg shop up to about a year and a half ago. Then it was a squat shop a couple of times, but it's never been an offie.
So what about the reg on Turner's Jag? Did that yield anything?
Well, the car changed hands about 6 months ago, and the new owner hasn't re-registered it.
Too right, he hasn't. So how do you explain this wild goose chase you led us all on this morning, then, Jim?
I'm not sure I can, Gov.
I've gone to our client in Birmingham, and everything we put on last night was delivered this morning.
Has this truck been on other roads?
Well, like where?
France.
France? Do me a favour.
Yeah, we'll make sure, will you? Check the Sacco.
What I don't understand is why some nuthead should report this non-existent unload to you in the first place.
No, nor can we.
And there's no way you could have made a mistake?
I don't see how, Gov.
Well, maybe the timing was significant.
11 o'clock.
Closing time. He left the nick just after 10. The shop's only a few minutes away on Stearman Road. That gave you just under an hour.
What for?
Well, for having a drink, of course. What else?
I didn't have a drink, Gov.
Well, you lost the plot somewhere along the line, Jim.
Excuse me, Gov. But there could be another explanation. If Turner and his mates got a tip-off after they unloaded, the threat of a raid might have made them move all the gear.
Yeah, but that doesn't explain an entire off-licence disappearing into the night, does it?
Look, I wasn't dreaming the whole thing up, Gov. There was another witness.
And who was that?
My sponsor from my support group.
So what were they doing there?
Well, how do you think I followed Finch's truck on my bike? She gave me a lift.
I think you were right about that tip-off, Duncan. She must have blabbed to one of her cronies.
She's not like that, sir.
Oh, wake up, Jim. Plenty of ex-cons are alcoholics. She must know dozens of them.
Sorry, got a bit held up. Oh, I see the diet's still on hold.
Yeah, I've more important things to think about.
Uh-huh. Well, it can't be work. You said you're not going in till 2.
Oh, it's work, all right. I went in early to report what we saw last night, that truck of booze being unloaded and the people involved. Well, they don't exist. And the same goes for that off-licence too. It's also vanished. Now, my bosses think I've dreamt the whole thing up because I'm an alcoholic.
Don't be silly, I saw it too.
Yeah, I hadn't forgotten. The only other explanation is if someone tipped them off.
Not me.
You didn't ring any of your old friends, did you?
I didn't tell a soul. It's true.
Jim, don't get paranoid. Don't lose faith in yourself.
It's not myself I've lost faith in. I thought of you as my friend.
I didn't tell anybody. I swear it. There's got to be another explanation.
I've got some things to do.
Jim, you can't solve your problem on your own.
I have to. I haven't got anyone else. Your only way out is by helping us. Who knows, it may even save your drinks licence.
What?
Well, you didn't expect to keep it, surely?
Mr. Turner, he told me, if you can't beat them, join them.
The bootleggers?
Yes, he is in with them. That's why he makes so much money.
He say you get in on it, and then all your problems are solved.
For what, about £20,000?
You've no idea how difficult it was for us to raise that kind of money.
How are you so sure that he would deliver?
He took me round to his place to see his truck arriving from France. Oh, it was full of drinks.
Well, there's not much booze here, so what went wrong?
Customs. Turner, he rang me, said they'd stopped his van in Dover, took all the goods off, and arrested his driver. He said he's lost even more money than I did. He said he'll have to lie low for a little while, and then he'll see me right.
I say to Vivek, you go find Mr. Turner, and you try and get some of the money back.
And I did. But his mobile is never on. And I went to where his place used to be, but I couldn't find it. And then I find the blonde man in the post office.
Me again?
Man, you're hurting me.
Tell me about Turner.
I don't know any Turner.
Oh, yes, you do. I saw you with him last night in Stearman Road when you were unloading your truck, so don't lie to me!
Oh, that Turner. I don't know much about him.
Look, Marvin, you've got two choices, right? You can either tell me about Turner right now, or you can wait until that doorknob you're sitting on becomes an implant and then tell me.
Look, I didn't do anything wrong.
Let me be the judge of that, so. What happened after you finished unloading your van?
Thought you said you were there.
I think you'll find it'll hurt a lot less if you just speak to me!
I loaded it all up again, of course.
What's that? Somebody tip you off?
No.
So why did he load it up again?
That's why I always do it. That's why Mr. Turner wants it. That's all I do, honest. I drive the truck to where he wants it, unload it, load it. Nothing ever gets nicked.
Why?
Because he gives me 500 quid.
I want you to take me to Turner.
You can't treat me like this.
What, you want me to be a proper copper? Take you down the nick, file a report, fill in a few forms, and you throw your parole out the window. Is that what you want? Or you can take me on a little drive. Well, looks like we're in luck. OK, Marvin. We know where you live, we know where you work. You try and scarper, and your parole goes out the window, right?
Now, hop in.
Peachy Jim Carver. Sunhill.
Vernon Turner. Good to meet you, Jim. Don't know anything about lawnmowers, do you?
Well, there's one or two other things I'd rather discuss. Hill and White, Gupta.
Is this where you invite me down to your nick for a cosy little chat?
In a word, yes.
Let me offer you a choice.
I don't think you're in a position to offer me anything, Mr. Turner.
Jim, a wise man listens. Now, you can put me in one of your interview rooms, put on your tape, and I'll tell you nothing.
Or we can talk here and I'll tell you everything you want to know. Hey, presto. One vanishing off licence. Have you rumbled it yet?
No. But when I do, I'm going to nick you.
Ooh, don't jump the gun, Jim. You could end up looking a bit of a wally down your neck. You wouldn't want that, would you? Nothing's been stolen. I can assure you, arresting me would prove absolutely futile. Drink?
No.
Or I've got vodka. Won't pong so much when you get back to the station.
Well, you should have seen Jim yesterday, Gary. Every time he went near a drop of alcohol, his eyes nearly popped out of his head.
Yeah, but he didn't drink any, though, did he? No, but he wanted to. And one day he will.
Yeah, well, let's wait for that day then, shall we, Tony?
Well, I reckon he might have already come. He's got 2 minutes left to go. So where is he?
Everybody likes a good moan about illegal imports of booze and cigarettes, about how bootleggers are crippling their trade. I tell them my philosophy. If you can't beat them, join them.
And everyone can see you're rolling in it.
Oh, I make sure they get that impression. Convince his clients I've got everything set up. You sure?
And they jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah. And invest 20,000 up front.
Well, but that sorts out the men from the boys.
They're in business, Jim. They understand the goods have to be purchased.
Must have a lot of confidence in you to part with 20 grand.
Confidence is my forte.
Meaning?
Sit down. I locate some suitable empty premises and set up shop. I invite interested investors round to see the van come in.
And that's when Finch does his unloading trick.
And my clients get to feast their greedy little eyes on the actual goodies. That clinches it.
And they place their orders.
Can't get their hands in the pockets fast enough, Jim.
So your liquor isn't stolen or imported. It's borrowed. And then you shoo your customers away, Finch reloads his truck, and he continues on his legitimate journey for Alexander's.
Then I shut up shop and disappear. No one suffers, Jim. Unless you count a few would-be crooks who are trying to defraud customs and excise.
Hoxton Road, Lasser Street, Waverley Park, and the other side of Walworth Common, Spicer Lane and Muston Street. OK? Any questions?
Only one, Sarge. Where's Jim Carver?
You should know better than that, Tony. Go on, off you go.
You're looking a bit dry, Jim. Come on, I can see a dime for one.
No. Let's concentrate on the matter in hand, like you admitting criminal deception. Big time.
I'm not denying the offence. I'm saying you'll never make it stick.
Well, what about your van? There's plenty of evidence there.
Of what? Do I have to spell it out? All my clients are businessmen. Do you think they want it publicised? A, they were intent on breaking the law, and B, they were stupid enough to be the victims of my little scam? You take me down to the station now, I guarantee you'll get it in the neck for wasting everybody's time.
That's very likely to be true, Mr. Turner. But A, I'm not concerned about whether you get convicted or not. And B, I'm getting it in the neck anyway.
Look, what have you got to gain by taking me in?
A lot. Your vanishing off licence has made me look like Idiot of the Year. So when my colleagues cop a load of you and all this stuff, at least I'll know that I didn't get my lines crossed, and that means a lot to me. There's one thing you didn't allow for, Mr. Turner, and that was coming up against a bloke like me. I've got nothing to lose.
Wait a minute. You've got plenty to lose. Money. I've got pots of it. Tell you what, you turn a blind eye, and you can have the proceeds of my last deal.
You want to pay me 20 grand?
One night's pay for me.
Show me the cash.
Yours. You don't need to worry about me. I'll leave. Get off your patch. I mean, I've done all right here, but it's time to move on now, isn't it? Oh, it's all there. 20,000. Do yourself a favour, Jim. Nobody'll ever know.
Thanks, Mr. Turner. I can now arrest you for attempting to bribe a police officer, as well as for criminal deception. You do not have to say anything, but you may hold...
OK, Jim, no problem. We'll pick him up for you. So long as it is Turner this time. You make sure you've really got him, OK?
Oh, I'm sure, Duncan. I'll put you onto him, but Mr. Turner's feeling a bit deflated at the moment.
Jim, I owe you an apology. I shouldn't have doubted you.
It's all right, Gov. I did some doubting myself. And I've got an apology to make, too.
Well, you can tell Laura off licenses don't vanish into thin air every day. The trouble is, it's going to be hard nailing the con jobs on Turner. And nigh on impossible to find a complainant who's going to be willing to stand up in court and look a Burke.
Turner's well aware of that, Gov.
Yeah, I know he is. Still, we do what we can.
God, you smell like a tub full of sailors. What is it?
Navy rum.
Oh, Jim. I've got some good news for you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you're Vernon Turner. I put his details through the PNC, and, well, it turns out that Turner's only one of half a dozen aliases that he uses. And he's wanted by more than one force as well, you know, for deception. Yeah, it'd be quite a catch if you could get him. They'd be falling over themselves.
Well, that's great. No wonder he was so reluctant to be brought in.
Yeah, well, I just thought I'd let you know, you know.
Yeah, thanks, Reg.
Have you got changed yet?
What's it to you?
You with me, in the van.
Oh, draw the short straw, did you, Gary? Got yourself lumbered?
No, actually, I asked Sergeant Cry if we could be put together. So you better pull your finger out.
Gary? The van? I've got a job for us.
Yeah, whatever. I'll see you in the yard.
Oh, no.
Do you know what they tell you in the fellowship, Gary?
What's that?
Try and accept the things you cannot change.